Oh my goodness, you guys. Welcome to our very impromptu late night stream for just a bunch of Pokemon stuff. A bunch of Pokemon stuff is all I'm really going to say for the moment. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I see you guys in the chat. Welcome, Mr. Senpai Trash, Mika, and Proxence. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you guys are night owls like I am. Some of us kind of just stayed up for the reveal of Pokemon, which was apparently worth it. It's funny because all throughout the day I was monitoring that little rumor going around that that Pokemon, the official Pokemon company, was going to unveil something at this Japanese show, and as is with most rumors, I was kind of dismissive about it at first, thinking like, why would they reveal something this close to E3, or like, why wouldn't they just save it for the show? But nevertheless, I was watching the situation very, very closely, and it turns out it was all true. It was all revolving around just a load of Pokemon news. So, you still down for that other discussion soon? Yes, I am. I'm an insomniac, as am I. I never sleep. So the fact that this was going on so late in the night, I was like, you know what? I'll be awake. I'll monitor it, and if something happens, then we'll do something. So here we are. I took a little bit to put this stream together and get all of the stuff that I wanted to talk about in order. But hey, how's it going, Sarah? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a great night. So, Pokemon was talked about. eShop is down right now. I started remotely downloading the Pokemon Quest, which is what we're going to talk about here in just a couple minutes, but we're going to actually go through this chronologically. So I have my notes. Or actually, you know what? No, we're not. No, we're not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sarah's advice up here. We are going to watch the trailer for Pokemon on the Switch. Here we are. So I have it pulled up here. I haven't seen this yet. So yeah, going in blind here. I saw the news and I was following some live blogs, but yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and just watch this for the first time live. So here we go. So Nintendo Switch. Is this like integrated with Pokemon Go in some way? Hope the volume is okay. I hope you guys can hear it. Simulated effect. Game Freak? So Game Freak is actually developing this, whatever it is. Oh, what is that? Dude! Oh, it looks so good! A new Pokemon game. Ah, Eevee is so cute! Oh my gosh, are they on your head the whole time? Dude, Professor Oak looks so good in HD! Play with one Joy-Con. Oh man, I'm so tired of Pidgeys after the whole Pokemon Go thing. I'm so done with Pidgey. So, like, it uses the motion controls and you can throw the Pokeball? Is that what's going on? That's kind of cool. That's kind of like a cool looking mechanic. Share with friends. I saw a little bit of this, I think, but that is so cool! You get two characters roaming around in the game? That's awesome! What is this? You throw two Pokeballs at once? Does that increase your chances? Probably. Probably. That is so cool! Oh my... I love this. I love the way this looks. I am all about this. Oh my goodness. Control with Pokeball. What? What is that? The Pokemon are just walking around in the grass. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Holy cow. What is this accessory? Let's take Pikachu for a stroll. What? Oh, you know I'm gonna be all out in the real world carrying my little Pokeball accessory. I don't even know what it does. But I am all here for it. Connects with Pokemon Go. That is super cool. Open Park? What is this? That's actually really cool, because one of my biggest complaints with Pokemon Go is just the lack of depth to it, but hopefully this sort of integration will improve that aspect. Oh, look at all the ride Pokemon looking so good! Holy crap! Oh my gosh! You can dress them up! That is so cute! You can dress them up. Oh, man. I am flipping out right now. Sorry, guys. I'm not even looking at chat. I'm just too encapsulated with this. Your first adventure in a new style. Oh, Eevee is so adorable. Eevee is so adorable. Holy crap! That is awesome! Wow! I am so psyched for that. You'll meet a special Pokemon. Okay, wow. Available November 16th. Pokeball Plus. I'm really curious as to what this does. I have so many questions about this trailer. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait, can we go back a little bit here? So, they kind of revealed the fact that you get co-op play built into the game with the Joy-Cons. Now I'm beginning to wonder, is there a legitimate story going on here? And if so, whenever you activate the co-op mode, does that impact the way that the dialogue goes out at all? I'm not expecting something grandiose as far as the story goes, but I'm really curious as to what kind of format this game is taking. Oh my goodness. I gotta say too, like, these visuals, I couldn't have asked for more. So, for those of you that watch a lot of, like, Pokemon content and battles on YouTube, there are some of us that emulate the game just to get the higher resolutions, and the emulations don't look anywhere near as good as this, in my opinion, because this looks amazing. And the oh man, it just looks so immersive. I cannot wait to play this on my TV. Holy crap. And I'm really curious what this little Pokeball accessory does. I see that you can, like, store Pokemon in it, but, like, does it have... Hold on. Wait, I'm beginning to wonder now. Does it have, like, augmented reality functionality integrated with Pokemon Go? So, okay, can I take my phone, and then will it see my Pokeball accessory, and then I can throw them in the real world, and then I'll see them on my phone? I'm wondering. I'm very, very curious. These are so cool! And then you can import, or at least see, your Pokemon Go party and Pokemon in the Switch version of the game. What? I love this. Okay, I love this little segment here. This part of the trailer where you can see all of the environments and the ride Pokemon that you can take advantage of. And all the while, too, you have your little, like, companion Pokemon on your shoulder. That is so awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Look at some of these adorable outfits, too. Hello? Like, hold on. Wait, forget, this doesn't work like Premiere Pro. Hold on. Like, some of these outfits for Pikachu are just too cute. Same thing could be said for Eevee. And then there's, like, Team Rocket. So, now that I see them, I feel like there is going to be a story integrated with it. It's free roam ride? What?! So there's not, like, little dedicated sections of the map that you use them? You could just take them wherever? What?! Oh my goodness! You guys! And, like, I love these battle animations that we're seeing, too. This is so beautiful. You know what? Okay. Okay, one thing. One thing I want to say here. I was a little skeptical when the rumors were coming out that this was going to be some sort of reboot for the original games, because I hold the opinion that the original games, Yellow, Blue, Red, whichever one you played, did not age well. So if you go back and play some of the, like, the classic games of, like, the first generation, they do not have a lot of the modern mechanics that Pokemon has and, like, sort of quality of life improvements in those games, and I feel like the game suffers because of that. There's a word for it. I can't think of it, but it's basically the word that describes the game as, you know, it was good for its time, but games that have come out in that franchise after that have kind of aged that original game. Anyways, but I was a little hesitant when that first came out that this was going to be like a reboot, but from what I'm seeing, this is actually really, really cool. And all that I could have probably asked for from a reboot, at least from what I've seen. I don't know, like, any of the facts here. Hold on, let me catch up on chat real quick. It's like the 3DS graphics knocked up to 11. Agreed. Judging by how things are going, I'm speculating this is what they meant by going to Kanto again, meaning there might be the real story to Red, Blue, and Yellow. Or it might be the story to Red, Blue, and Yellow. I hope so. I really, really hope so, but, like, done to a higher degree, because if we could get the story of Kanto and like everything in it, not necessarily from the anime, but like from some of the lore, even like Trainer Red, you know, having all that fleshed out and in HD and in free roam ride Pokemon, my mind would be blown. I would be so happy. I would be so happy. Alec Heart Attack, that's hilarious. Look, everyone concerned about that being the only way to catch Pokemon. Obviously, you have to encounter Pokemon in battle in the wild as well to level yours up. Check the thing. What thing should I be checking? I'm not sure. I doubt the only way you'll level up in this game is fighting against only trainers. Okay, so now that we've seen the trailer, right? Now that we've seen the trailer, oh man, I could watch this all day. This is so pretty. Oh, I love it. And like you can see that in the footage here that you are running into wild Pokemon. I guess you could just see them represented on the map versus it being just totally random. I don't know. This is all speculation at this point, but let me go ahead and open up our fact page here. This was the live blog that I was watching earlier. Yes, it is from Nintendo Wire, in case anybody was wondering. So, towards the beginning of the conference, right when they started talking about, let's see, these new games, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, let's see, so they mention in some of their official tweets, gonna be integrated, coming in November 16th, which is awesome. 2 different versions, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to find the exact spot. Okay. So, Pokeball Plus. So, let's go to Pokemon.com/Pokeball Plus. Let's see what this is all about. So, catch Pokemon like never before. The Pokeball Plus is a Pokeball-shaped device that can be used to play Pokemon Switch. In place of your Joy-Con, you'll be able to throw the Pokeballs in-game with a flick of your wrist. In addition to motion controls, the device lights up with a variety of colors, vibrates, and plays sound. So it's got some beefed up functionality in comparison to the Pokemon Go accessory, like the little bracelet. With the Pokeball Go Plus, you'll also be able to take one of your favorite Pokemon from these games for a stroll as you go about your daily life in the real world. The Pokeball Go Plus even works as a Pokemon Go Plus when playing Pokemon Go. Ah! That's where the integration comes in. So, it also functions as a Pokemon Go Plus bracelet. So, you can think of it sort of as like a mix of the Pokemon Go Plus and the Pokewalker, which is what you're saying down there, Karan. I see you. The Pokewalker, for those of us that remember that. Which is really, really cool. I like the fact that it's also a little bit more organic, or what's the word I'm looking for? Lifelike, because it makes noises, it lights up, and it, what does it say? It says it vibrates too, I think. Yeah, and it vibrates and plays sounds. So it's really, really cool. A little bit different than the Pokewalker, feeling a little bit more, I just totally lost my train of thought. I'm so hyped for this game, you guys. I am so hyped. I'm guessing the Pokemon you see in the overworld you catch, like in Go, and you encounter Pokemon to battle and catch in grass, etc., etc. I mean, let me see. I swear there was like an info page or something that detailed a few of these things. So here's one. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee are based on Pokemon Yellow Special Pikachu Edition, which first launched in Japan in 1998. Oh my gosh, 1998, that's so far. Seeing how this is going, I want to say they're trying to make Pokemon more lifelike. I hope so. I was really kind of disappointed with Pokemon Go when it first came out, and even now. Niantic, I feel like, could capitalize so much on the profits that they're making from that game, as well as the technology that's built into it, being augmented reality. I feel like it would be so cool to just have a camera built into the game, right? Or even like an accessory, like a headset. I don't know, like if that would be safe to walk around in the real world with a headset on, but at least on your phone, right? So you could point the phone at various different real world locations, and you could see all of the Pokestops and all the Pokemon represented one-to-one in real life. I feel like that was a missed opportunity that they didn't do that. And I have this feeling that over time, Pokemon is going to go more and more of that direction, and more... They're just going to, in my opinion, go more and more for that immersive route, because I feel like the formula that they had currently before these games were announced is fine. I think it's very, very hard to mess up that formula. Although, one big thing for me was just the immersion factor. So Hey, what's going on, Cyber Ultra? Welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Agreed. We are just talking about some of the new Pokemon games that got announced just recently, about like an hour or so ago. But yeah, I think that was one of my big gripes as well with Pokemon Sun and Moon. I realized that some of the limitation came from the 3DS's hardware, but Sun and Moon was such a pretty game, and a lot of the environments were so beautifully represented, and I feel like that could go even further if they were just to increase that factor of immersion even more. Kanto is still basic looking compared to a place like Alola or Kalos, agreed. It's really hard to beat Alola, honestly, just because of the fact that it's so pretty, and so... I'm running out of synonyms for the word pretty, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean. So, alright. And I also held a poll on Twitter, which some of you I feel like have answered to already. Pikachu or Eevee? Do you guys have a preference for which game you're going to be getting? I'm probably going to be picking up both, to be honest. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Eevee. I'm just scrolling through here as well. 2-player, local, multiplayer, possible. Really awesome. How's it going, Andrew? Welcome to the stream. That can be easily fixed. Yes. Yes. I'm guessing there won't be like side quests and stuff. It'll be like the old Yellow. Probably, although I hope there's like some sort of side story stuff going on as well. Throughout the Pokemon series, I feel like some of the side stories could have deserved a little bit more time in the spotlight, especially the Looker story arc, which if you haven't seen the Looker story arc, I definitely encourage you to go do some research and look at that, because that one's a pretty interesting story. And the Marowak Mama Marowak, I feel like everyone knows that. I think what they're trying to do is to have two styles of Pokemon games, kind of like how there's 2D Mario and 3D Mario. Let's go Pokemon and the type of Pokemon we've been playing for 20 years. That's an interesting concept, actually, when we haven't actually quite gotten to that portion of this discussion, but we can go ahead and jump that way, because I feel like we're running out of little bullet points here, like factoids that we already know. So, yeah. Give me 1 second here. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So Pokemon Let's Go, and it's coming out later this year, November 16th of 2018. And they also announced that Pokemon, like a brand new RPG main series game, is coming later next year. I think they said in the second half of 2019, to be specific. Hey, how's it going, Odds? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. But yeah, so I could see that. I could see that having sort of like a casual entry as well as the more hardcore, you could call it hardcore, more core titles for fans like us that kind of appreciate that older format. Like side quests and stuff to catch the legendary birds and Mewtwo and stuff. That would be... Listen, like, for these games, I fully expect that they're going to be more geared towards a casual audience, just based on what I'm seeing, and based on the fact that it's going to be integrated with Pokemon Go, the most casual of Pokemon games there is. But, I'm expecting some depth as well, and I feel like we're seeing that a little bit from this trailer that showed us, some of the battles that were going on, as well as cooperative play. I feel like that would add a little bit more depth to it as well, because I don't think we've ever had co-op. Well, actually, never mind. We do have double battles. Never mind. Forget I said that. That mainline title is coming to Switch too. Yes, yes, it is. It's coming to Switch. They said later on in the year of 2019. So unfortunately, no like real time frame there, but second half of 2019 is apparently when we can expect that. So back to what I was thinking here. So as far as, I had a very interesting, okay, here we go. Wild speculation, right? Totally baseless. No reason for me to think this other than just casual observation of what we saw revealed today. If they're throwing all of the more casual mechanics into Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, maybe, or perhaps this would mean that the RPG title that's coming on later on in 2019 will be more geared towards the core audience. Just an assumption, just a guess. But I can definitely see that happening as well. At least I hope, right? Because I really hope that this isn't the direction that Pokemon goes overall. I don't think it would, but that doesn't mean that I think it's a bad way to go either. I'm perfectly happy with it being like its own thing. I don't know. I feel like this feels like almost to an extension of Pokemon Go, just represented in like the Switch, represented in a Switch title, which to me is probably the better of the two, because as much as I liked Pokemon Go and sort of like the whole the new idea, right? The new idea of going outside to actually catch your Pokemon, as much as I liked that, I feel like this is the better approach, because it kind of captures the interests of both audiences. So it's not quite an entirely core experience, and it's not quite an entirely casual one either. I feel like it's sort of a mix of both. Games look great. I'm just a bit bummed it doesn't have Wi-Fi. It doesn't have Wi-Fi stuff? Did they say that? You can't play online? That would stink. I have school tomorrow, gotta go, but I'll be here for any other streams coming soon. Hey, thanks, Cyber Ultra. Unfortunately, I don't think I saw that quick enough, but if you're watching this archived, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. An actual console Pokemon, it's happening! I know, right? It's hoopening! Gen 8 better have more than 100 Pokemon. I hope so, too. The past 2 gens have been like 80 or less, which isn't enough. The Alolan forms are fine, but still gimmicky. Don't even get me started on the Alolan forms, okay? I really miss Mega Evolution, and I feel like Alolan forms is just not gonna stand the test of time like Mega Evolutions would have. Just my opinion, not gonna get into it because I've already gotten into it a few times in some other streams, so we'll just leave it at that. It doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't have Wi-Fi. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That would be so cool to play some of these games online, especially considering how good they look. I mean, at least include like a Pokemon Stadium kind of mode where I can just battle my 3DS Mons onto the big screen in super beautiful graphics. Like, that would be amazing. That would be so cool. It says it has 151 only, I believe. Ugh. Well, I guess that makes sense because it's based on the Kanto region. And another thing as well, since we saw Professor Oak, the way he was depicted in the anime, I'm beginning to wonder if the storyline for this game is going to take more of an inspiration from the anime or more of an inspiration from the original title itself, because it doesn't say that it's based on either or. As a matter of fact, I think in the official Pokemon tweet that we had pulled up, it said that it was only inspired by Pokemon Yellow. So Pokemon Yellow, actually, in comparison to Red and Blue, took a lot more artistic liberties and incorporated some stuff from the anime. So maybe that's the way that these are going. I don't know. I don't know. OMG, bring Mega back. I know, right? I mean, Mega Evolution is such an easy concept to transfer over from generation to generation moving forward. I don't feel like Alolan forms would really have that same sort of future-proof ability. Is that even a word? Future-proof ability? But I don't think that they'll stand the test of time quite like Mega Evolutions would. Not hating on the anime, the first seasons were great. They were. It's jelly donuts and all. Jelly donuts and all. I think the original season was still pretty good. I think Mega are something they want to forget. What? I'm so perplexed by that. That does not make any sort of sense to me. But anyways, so next thing I wanted to talk about a little bit was potential version differences. They've already highlighted the first of which being depending on whether or not you choose Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu, your like the Pokemon that's on your, kind of like that in the picture there. The Pokemon that's on your shoulder and is with you all the time is either going to be Pikachu or Eevee. Beginning to wonder, too, what sort of other differences there would be. If it was version-exclusive Pokemon, and I could only get certain Pokemon from Let's Go Pikachu, and if I have Let's Go Eevee, it's unfortunate, like going back to the whole Wi-Fi thing, that I wouldn't be able to trade those online. That would mean that I would have to find someone else with a Switch locally that has that other version and trade with them. It feels like an archaic concept because we're all so used to the GTS, but I don't know. Man, I need some jelly donuts soon. I haven't had those in ages. Man. Now I'm just thinking of Brock saying, "My jelly donuts are delicious." I can't say there being that much of a difference. Me neither. Although, if there's like version exclusive Pokemon, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that without the whole Wi-Fi thing, especially without GTS. I love them, just they haven't done anything with them since 6th gen. Agreed, they could have done a lot more, but I feel like if they had just invested a little bit more time and like maybe incorporated them into more titles other than Gen 6, I feel like the possibilities could have been a lot better, especially considering some of the cooler Pokemon that were in Alola. Like, can you imagine a Mega Palossand? Just this giant sandcastle of a Pokemon? That'd be so cool. I mean, if Pokemon Go is compatible, they'll be on Pokemon Go to trade over anywhere anyway. Can you trade in Pokemon Go? Is that possible? I'm not sure if that's a mechanic that's been introduced yet. And even so, I wouldn't want to go through my smartphone just to trade Pokemon so I can have them in this game. I feel like that would be just a sort of weird middleman that doesn't need to be there. And even as someone who owns a smartphone, consider the players that don't, right? Especially since this is a game that is mostly geared towards children and more of the casual audience. Some of them are not going to have those devices, albeit a lot more do now than a couple years ago. But still, I don't know. It just kind of feels proprietary and needless. I think it would just be really cool. I'm so wanting another Pokemon Stadium in like Super HD, and I feel like the Switch is the perfect opportunity for that. I thought this was going to be the perfect opportunity for that, but maybe we'll have to wait for the next RPG game coming out next year. So, who knows? I don't think it'll be like that. I can't help but feeling like splitting the titles is so unnecessary. Why not release it all in one? That's what I'm saying. Like, why split them into 2 different titles when the version differences aren't going to be huge anyway? I don't know. I'm really just itching for more information at this point on these games, and I'm hoping we get some more soon. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get some more at E3, but at this point, it's just going to be a waiting game, I'm feeling like. Since this is based on Yellow, so they'll both have the same Pokemon. That's what I'm hoping. It all comes back to that Wi-Fi thing. Like, the lack of online play, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it's going to be a good standalone title and doesn't really need it, but I don't know. No one under the age of 16 should have a smartphone. There, I said it. Mika's dropping the truth here. No, but I feel the same way for the most part. But, I mean, like, that's something you need to consider when making these sort of titles, I feel like, is just the fact that not everyone's going to have a smartphone. And even people my age, like some of the people that I know, not a lot, mind you, also don't have a smartphone, let alone one that's more recent and is going to be capable of running these sort of games. I don't know. It's all just, like, wild speculation and just guessing. But it's fun to talk about, huh? I like one reason. $sign. I mean, what? I mean, like past games, like the whole version exclusive thing. I get it. Like, especially in the case of Ruby and Sapphire, it changed the story in that if you got Pokemon Sapphire, Team Aqua was like trying to expand the water, whereas Team Magma and Pokemon Ruby is trying to expand the land, and it changed the dialogue and the motives of the teams that you were going against a little bit. And I don't know. I feel like it's sort of a dated concept at this point. I feel like if you're gonna commit this much to the Switch game, I feel like it should just all be like, especially on a home console release, I feel like it should all just be in one game. But I don't know. They don't invite me to these meetings, so I'm not sure why that was decided upon. I feel the same in the mainline titles too. Why have 2 games to sell more? That's probably why. Probably, to be honest, probably. Although I don't know how that would increase sales. I feel like that would only, like, if you just had one game, people would see it and be like, I want that game, and then you, like, divide them? Like, are they preying on people like me that want both? Is that what it is? Have I been gamed by Nintendo this whole time? Oh, man. But, anyways, I feel like all in all, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are an interesting concept. Because they combine that sort of accessibility of Pokemon Go. And let me tell you, Pokemon Go is incredibly accessible in that anyone can play it. And it's interesting because in my day-to-day life, I'll see people out and about playing Pokemon Go that I would never have looked at and thought, yeah, they're a Pokemon fan. That game has just spread to every single possible person that has a remote interest in mobile gaming and just ran with it. Man, that game is ridiculous how many people hopped on board with that. I remember when that game first came out too. I was a little bit annoyed because me as a lifelong Pokemon fan was waiting for this game for so long, and the day that it comes out, I couldn't play it because the servers were crashing because of all these like normies trying to play my... Anyways. Let's see. I feel like you could have it all in one game and have dialogue options affect the story. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That would be really, really cool. And that would also lend itself better to the reboot concept in kind of like switching up the formula. I feel like that'd be cool to have like a little bit... Give your character a voice. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, as far as I can remember, in every single mainline Pokemon game, your player, like the protagonist is a silent protagonist. I feel like it would be really, really cool to give them a voice and have that sort of relatable, what is the word I'm looking for? It would make them more relatable, is basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I feel like that would be cool too. Price discussion of the game. What are you willing to have for it? I feel like, okay, so if I was to look at this game, right? Having just watched the trailer and knowing what I know about it, I feel like this is definitely a $30 to $45 game. I don't know if it would land, or I don't know if it would be received as well by the community at large if this ends up being a full price game. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be anyway, just because of the fact that Switch games just some reason end up being a little bit more expensive than other titles of the same series. But I don't know. I feel like looking at this, it's like $30 to $45 is what immediately pops into my head. But there's also a part of me that's also thinking like this is probably going to be a full price game. I wouldn't be surprised by that either. Pokemon Go made so much sense. It did, and it was so, for me, like, again, going to the whole, I'm a lifelong Pokemon fan. I'm a lifelong Pokemon fan, and playing Pokemon Go, the experience was so watered down, it just didn't land that well with me. I mean, sure, it was fun for a little bit, but over time, it just became so tired and weird because the whole premise of Pokemon is that you catch these Pokemon and you develop this bond with them and you train them to be strong and to be like, you train them into the Pokemon that you want them to be. You kind of develop that bond with them. In Pokemon Go, that's somewhat lost because let's say you catch a Pidgey, you level up your character a little bit, and then you catch another Pidgey. This Pidgey that you caught recently is going to be significantly stronger than the Pidgey that you initially captured because they base their wild encounters on your player level and not the area that you're in, which makes sense for a mobile game. But anyway, I feel like all that said, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are going to sort of combine the accessibility of Pokemon Go with what the core audience wants to see from a Pokemon game. It's not going to do either or to its fullest extent, but I feel like it's going to be, at least I hope, a really nice mesh of the two. So, I mean, I can't really play Pokemon Go. Very few gyms in my town only had a handful of Pokestops, and that's another problem too. Pokemon Go is just completely reliant on the area in which you live, which sucks because people that live in like California have so many more opportunities for their games versus people that live like in more rural areas. So definitely a huge flaw in that game, in that respect as well. Just tuned in. What did I miss? A lot. So much Pokemon news dropped tonight, Jesse. You would not believe. You would not believe. We're talking about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the newly announced Switch games coming out later this year. It's about $40 currency converted from yen. Oh, really? So it is $40. That is good to hear. Is that confirmed? I haven't seen that yet. Oh, no. There better be a bundle of both for a discount. That would be cool. I don't expect it to be, though, just because that's never been something that they've done. Although I can hope because I'm the one that plans to have both. Can we acknowledge how the boy protagonist looks like a baby, Alec? I mean, come on. Does he really? Like, hold on. Where's that image of the two trainers? I'm sure it'll come up here on stream in just a second. Yes, it's confirmed. Awesome. Cool. So I would guess I was pretty close. I gave, actually that's right in the middle of my range there. So that's awesome. It definitely is like a $40 game. I don't know if people would have received that well if it was full price. That would have been something. All right. So that takes care of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Let's see, what else did we have here? They mentioned a few other things as well during this whole meeting that they had today. Black spiky hair, dark eyes, kind of pale. Hey! Hey, wait a minute! Okay, I guess you're right. So a few of the other things that they mentioned tonight. From what I have seen, I am pretty excited to see the two mix. It makes me feel better too that the next gen core game will release next year. This is more of a building block to convert the Pokemon Go players. Hopefully, I mean, I would love for Pokemon Go, like Pokemon Fever, to just take over the nation again. I feel like I'm just waiting for that day to happen. And I'd be so happy if it did, but anyways, so let's talk a little bit about some of the other stuff that they talked about tonight before we take off for the evening. So, they started off, actually, this whole entire meeting talking about something else that isn't the Switch game. That is, well, I guess it is a Switch game, but Pokemon Quest, which is another thing that I haven't seen yet. I wonder if I can pull that up real quick. Let's just... doing it on the fly. Doing it on the fly. I also saw that that is live on the eShop, too. Which is cool. So, this is Pokemon Quest. As far as I understand it, it's like a mobile game that's like, it looks like Pokemon Minecraft in a way. I don't know. Available for Nintendo Switch and coming soon to mobile devices. These cube-shaped Pokemon move on their own. So, but you direct their attacks. I am so... Adventure across Tumble Cube Island. I mean, the art style, I don't know. Collect Power Stones and other Power Stones? Thanos? Thanos is in Pokemon Quest? No, I'm just kidding. First it was Fortnite and now this. Power up your Pokemon. This looks like it almost looks like Pokemon Rumble in a way. If anyone ever played that. I know I didn't. I don't know. I feel like I've seen all that I need to see for this. Does this have a release? Oh, never mind. Coming soon to mobile devices, but it's already on the eShop at the moment. I don't like that. I don't know. For one, the art style kind of turns me off a little bit. I feel like just the designs for Pokemon in general are just so strong to sort of manipulate that and represent them the way they are here just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't jive with me for some reason. I love Rumble. I heard it was okay. I saw it and I remember seeing it. I never actually gave it a try. But maybe that'll change. I don't know. Just to kind of play what seems to be the roots of this game. I'm not sure. Did you hear how they said this game is more of an at-home and the next one is more of a portable one? Are you talking about like Pokemon Quest? Or are you talking about Let's Go Pikachu Eevee and then the next main game title? I think that's what you mean. I'm not sure. Nopey, nope. I agree. I don't know. Like I have it downloaded on my Switch and I'm gonna try it and see if I like it. But I don't know. I guess it's just maybe it's just this type of game that doesn't really sit well with me. But I don't know. I'm just really lost on the whole Pokemon Quest thing, and they give a little bit more details and expand a little bit more on the ideas, which I know a lot of people, not just me, were watching this information come in and being like, yeah, let's get to the Switch games. But I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that it's there. You know, I wouldn't wish that it wasn't. It just seems like it's a game that's not for me. But we'll see. We'll see. After I try it, I'll see if I actually like it. Not gonna count it out just yet. So, and I think they went a lot more into detail about some of the stuff that we've already talked about for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And then they finished it off by saying that the RPG game, the next RPG is coming out in the later half of 2019, which is super exciting. I am so hyped for that. Let me see. Let's Go versus the core game. Okay, that makes sense. The look is just not that cute to me. Agreed. Like, I don't know. This, like, as I said, the designs for Pokemon are so strong. I don't see that there needs to be a reason to change that. It's hard to make me dislike a game, especially a Pokemon game, unless it's Super Mystery Dungeon, because that was kind of bland. I never played those either. I don't get it. It seems like you don't have to do anything. You can move around and you can just put auto attacks so you can really just go through it without doing anything. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I like to be more in control, especially when it comes to Pokemon games. Maybe that's just a weird, like, me thing. I don't know. But anyways, that's pretty much our discussion for the night. I'm going to watch this trailer one more time just to let all my happiness go through my body one more time. This is so cool. This is... Hold on, just one gosh darn minute. This footage that we're seeing here of Pikachu running around is so funny because I was just talking about this at the beginning of the stream, how cool it would be to integrate that level of augmented reality into Pokemon Go. And here this dude is with Pokemon Go, and he's seeing Pikachus, like in real life. I think that is the future that we all want at the end of the day, too, is just to have that level of immersion in these games, because who wouldn't want to live in a world full of Pokemon? That is the future that I'm here for. Feel like science is wasting its time with everything else. Let's just invest into making Pokemon real. Man, like, this art style, too, is so good. It still maintains that look that... Actually, now that I look at the trainer's face, she looks very similar to the way that she was represented in Sun and Moon. I'm wondering if that was purposeful, because, like, it's the same face shape and everything, so that would be cool. That would be cool. For Nintendo Switch. And, like, you see him for, like, a second, but Professor Oak looks so cool in this art style, in, like, Super HD. Oh, my heart can only handle so much Pokemon. And this is so cool, too. The ability to have co-op play in this game is super awesome. I feel like that's also another thing that a lot of fans have been waiting for a long time. That, for me, watching this trailer and I saw that, I was like, I didn't know I wanted that until I saw it. That looks really, really cool. Share with friends. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. I'm so here for this game, you guys. Like, I don't think you understand. And, like, these menus look so clean. Also, wait, what is that green thing? You guys see that little green icon on the right-hand side? I wonder what that is. I think that's just to indicate two-player. I'm not sure. Wait a minute! You both roam around in the world, and then trainers, if they see one of you, they challenge both of you? That is so cool! I think that answers my question earlier on whether or not the game would consider that there's two players. Because you know those games that say that they have co-op play? You join the game as second player, and then, like, when a cutscene happens or something, it only shows one person, and they just completely ignore the fact that you're playing co-op for a little bit. I was really hoping that this wasn't going to be like that, but just based on the footage that we're seeing now, and now that I get a closer look at it, I'm hoping that it's actually going to integrate player 2 into the game. I wonder if there's character customization. Probably not. That might be in the RPG title. It might be, actually. Considering the fact that you can customize Pikachu and Eevee, I feel like it would make the most sense to be able to do it to the trainers as well, right? That would be perfect. Because then you could, and then you could have matching outfits with your Pokemon. It may have Wi-Fi. It was previously reported from the Q&A at the conference that the game would lack online play. This turned out to be a mistranslation from the journalist in question from Cerebi. I trust Cerebi. Okay. Okay, so it might still have online play, which is good news. I like that. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am so excited for this game. And you know what? You know what? A game like this, especially considering its integration with Pokemon Go and augmented reality and all that, this would be a perfect opportunity for a Pokemon Snap game. Listen, Nintendo, if you could just do me this one solid and bring us a brand new Pokemon Snap game for the Nintendo Switch, in which I can go out into the wild and hold my handheld console up like it was a camera, and incorporate all 800 plus of Pokemon from every generation. That would be the dream. That would be the dream, right? It would essentially be Pokemon Snap virtual reality. Right there. Just having trouble putting a chat. Right there. Pokemon Snap virtual reality. That would be amazing. Let's make it happen, Nintendo. Reggie, I know you're watching. Let's make it happen. Let's have a meeting. We'll have a meeting. We'll talk about it over lunch. I was about to talk about Pokemon Snap. It's kind of hard not to think about Pokemon Snap when watching some of these clips. Oh man, you guys, I'm gonna be out and about when this game comes out with my little Pokeball Plus and just catching Pokemon like I was gonna say Ash Ketchum, but he doesn't really catch that many Pokemon, to be honest. Look at these little outfits! And Team Rocket's in there too. Hold on. Also, I think this is gonna back up my hope and dreams of there being a story to this game, because in the background of this battle cinematic, we can see that they are in what looks to be, I would guess, Team Rocket headquarters. So that says to me that there is progression and changes of scenery, therefore a storyline in this game. Ah, that is so awesome. If that's the case, that's so awesome. I'm really hoping that it's just Pokemon Yellow done to like modern standards. And oh man. And then just looking at this footage too, I love everything about this trailer. There's not one thing that I don't like about this trailer. How big is the world, I wonder? I'm hoping bigger than Pokemon Yellow. Because if we were to translate that world and just copy paste it into this game, I feel like it would feel a little small. Especially considering some of the bigger maps that we've had, like Black and White, Diamond and Pearl, even Ruby and Sapphire had a pretty large map. So Pokeball Plus, I'm getting it. What does that say on the box art? Works with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, compatible with it. Also works as a Pokemon Go Plus. And then it's a Pokeball and a game controller. What? You can control the game with this thing? That's crazy. I feel like I wouldn't prefer that, but that's cool that that's possible. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to talk about before I take off for the night, this box art. I'm really hoping that this is like a placeholder of some sort, because that art style, blown up as big as it is on the box, just, I don't know. It doesn't look that good. And the background as well looks like a generic Windows desktop wallpaper. So I'm hoping the eventual box art for these games ends up changing. Although a little part of me is telling me that this might actually be the final version. But I don't know. I'm hoping not. You might as well give Pokemon your bank info, Al. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Give creative director, whoever's the creative director of these games. I feel like I should know this. Just give me your job. I will make you guys so much money. I'll make you guys so much money. Gen 4 reboots. We'll start there, right? So there is something you don't like in the video. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's funny that I said that and then ended up just nitpicking the box art. But, like, am I wrong? I don't know. It feels like it looks just slapped together. You know? If it ends up being the actual box art, fine. But I feel like they could do better. Especially considering the box art for a plethora of other Switch games that are already on the system. I don't know. Pokemon 358 and a half days. Or no, 358 out of 2 days? What? How big is the world? Nah, it's poo-poo compared to what they can do. And that, my friends, is where we will end tonight's discussion stream on that note. So yeah. Pokemon Quest. I keep wanting to say Pokemon Go for everything because we've been saying that so much tonight. Pokemon Quest is already out on the Switch. It's like that weird Pokemon Rumble inspired game. Looks cool, I guess. I'm probably gonna give it a try as soon as this stream is over. See you later, Odds. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate you. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I'm super hyped for. Super duper hyped for. I love the art style. I have high hopes for it. I also don't like the box art. Don't like the box art at all. Let's see, what else did we talk about? Oh, Pokemon Generation 8 main series RPG game coming later in 2019. Super exciting. Beyond that, we don't really know too much else. That much else. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, overall, super exciting stuff. I don't think anybody, to be honest, woke up today and was expecting this big of a reveal from the Pokemon Company, but here we are. I was definitely one of those people too. I got home, had to hurriedly put the stream together and get all the information that we have out there put together so we can all have this nice discussion. All of us at once. But anyways, before we take off, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone tuning in live as well as everyone watching this archive. Thank you so much for lending me your time and coming out and discussing these games with me. I'm definitely the type that just is so passionate about video games, and it's just such a huge part of my life that I want to share the excitement with others, and it's super duper fun to have this sort of platform to be able to do that, and have this sort of what do you want to call it, like a powwow? I don't know. Point is, it was super fun to be able to talk all of this out with you guys, and I'm super excited for the stuff that was revealed. Wow, I'm still just sitting here blown away at some of the stuff that was talked about. I definitely woke up this morning and was like, those rumors, if they end up being true, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to do tonight, more than I thought that I was going to do, but it was fun. It was fun. And I think that's it, actually. Nightly Nerds meeting, if only, right? We don't have our own little secret bases. Secret bases! I hope those make a return in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, but anyways, discussion. We are going to go ahead and bring it to a close here. Yeah, it was super fun. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Everyone watching Archive, feel free to let us know what your man, my hair's doing something weird today. Feel free to comment in the comments below. Discuss. I will be there to discuss with you, even if you weren't able to tune in live tonight. So, anyways, if we can't see glass, how do we know it's real? I swear. Every single stream, every single video, I can count on you to say something perplexing. Senpai trash. Especially with your, like, weird little dog. I wish the chat showed your profile icon. Very anime protagonist with that hair. Thank you. Thank you. That's the biggest compliment you can give me. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I believe that's where we're gonna end it. I think that's all I wanted to say. I don't know. Is there anything else that I usually say? I feel like there is. Is there? Oh yeah! Of course! As always, I'm alecandstuff, and I will see you all again real soon. Bye. 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 I'm leaving now. Bye.